This is a new episode of the podcast AI Unraveled, created and produced by Etienne Newman, a senior software engineer and passionate soccer dad from Canada. If you're enjoying these deep dives into the world of artificial intelligence, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the podcast on Apple. Welcome to another deep dive. You know, we always get an incredible collection of AI news and developments to dig into, and this time is no different. Feels like we're drinking from a fire hose, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
So today we're going to pull out the most important stuff, the big takeaways from all these announcements. You know, everything from the big moves by the tech giants to the nitty-gritty details about the code itself. Our mission, as always, is to give you a clear picture of what's really going on in the world of AI. And let me tell you, there's a lot to unpack. So shall we dive right in?
Let's do it.
One thing that jumps out right away just looking at all this material is the sheer energy in the AI space right now.
It's palpable, isn't it? It really feels like things are accelerating. The pace of development is just incredible.
Right. And with that speed comes a much more, intense feeling of competition.
Oh, absolutely. The stakes are higher than ever.
I mean, look at this. Alibaba's new model is reportedly outperforming even DeepSeek R1. That's a big deal. What does that tell you about the competition coming from China?
It tells me they're not just playing catch-up anymore. They're pushing the boundaries, innovating at a rapid pace, and they're not afraid to challenge the established players.
Yeah, it's a real signal that the global AI landscape could be shifting. I mean, if Chinese companies start consistently demonstrating superior performance, that's going to force Western companies to rethink their strategies.
For sure, they might have to accelerate their own research or maybe focus on specific niche areas where they think they can maintain an edge. It's going to be fascinating to see how this plays out.
And then you've got Amazon jumping into the fray with Nova, another huge name entering the arena. It used to feel like a two-horse race between OpenAI and Anthropic, and now it's getting crowded.
Well, Amazon brings a lot to the table. Resources, infrastructure, a massive user base. They clearly see AI as a key part of their future. And their entry is only going to intensify the competition.
Which, as you said, could be a good thing. More competition often leads to more innovation. Everyone has to up their game.
Exactly. It forces everyone to move faster, explore new ideas, take more risks. It's a rising tide that lifts all boats, as they say.
And it's not just about these headline-grabbing new models, is it? It seems like OpenAI is trying to solidify their position in a different way. They're releasing all sorts of new developer tools and APIs. Why is that significant?
It's all about building an ecosystem. They've got these powerful AI engines, and they're making it easier for other companies and developers to plug into them, to build their own applications and services on top of OpenAI's technology.
So it's about expanding their reach, multiplying their impact.
Exactly. They're creating a platform, not just a product. And that's a smart move in this rapidly evolving landscape.
So we've got rapid model development, fierce competition from global players, and a big push for developer accessibility. When you put it all together, what's the main takeaway for you?
I think we're seeing a democratization of AI. The tools are becoming more powerful and more accessible. That means we're likely to see AI-powered solutions being deployed faster and more broadly across all sorts of industries and areas of our lives.
It's exciting, but also a little daunting, right? The pace of change is just incredible.
It is. And speaking of global players, we can't ignore the growing tension between China and the U.S. in the AI space.
Yeah, it's definitely there. You've got OpenAI calling out DeepSeek as potentially state-controlled. They're even suggesting bans on models coming out of China. It's a geopolitical dimension that adds a whole new layer of complexity to the AI race.
It raises questions about trust, security, and the very nature of AI development in different political systems. It's not just a technology competition, it's also an ideological one.
And then you see OpenAI and Google lobbying the U.S. government to allow AI training on copyrighted material. They're saying they need access to this data to stay competitive with countries like China, who they perceive as having fewer restrictions.
Right. So on one hand, there are concerns about AI being used for potentially nefarious purposes. And on the other hand, there's this fear of falling behind in the AI race. It's a real dilemma.
A clash of perspectives, for sure. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something else that caught my eye. This increasing focus on AI agents. It feels like a step beyond the AI we're used to interacting with, like Siri or Alexa. What exactly makes an AI agent different?
Think of it this way. Current AI is mostly reactive. You ask it a question, it gives you an answer. AI agents are designed to be more proactive, more autonomous. They can perceive their environment, set their own goals, and take actions to achieve those goals without constant human input.
So they're not just tools, they're more like,
Entities,
yeah,
independent actors. At least that's the vision.
that's pretty wild. And we're already seeing hints of this in the real world, like that partnership between Deutsche Telekom and Perplexity. They're working on an AI phone. What does that even mean?
It's a phone where AI is baked into the core functionality, not just an add-on. Imagine a phone that anticipates your needs, proactively provides information, streamlines your tasks. It's a shift from apps as the primary interface to a more intelligent, AI-driven experience.
That's a pretty big shift. Now let's talk about something that's probably on a lot of people's minds. AI and software development. Some of the predictions out there are pretty dramatic.
They are. Anthropic CEO is saying AI will be writing most code within months, and potentially all code within a year. Of course, he adds the caveat that it'll still need human design input initially, but still, it's a bold statement.
It is. And we're already seeing signs of AI's impact on coding. JP Morgan Chase reported a 20% productivity boost for its software engineers using AI coding tools. That's not nothing.
It suggests that AI can handle a lot of the routine coding tasks, freeing up human engineers to focus on the more complex stuff, the higher-level design, problem-solving, the creative aspects.
But then we have this funny anecdote about the AI coding assistant Cursor telling a vibe coder to write your own damn code.
Ah.
What do you make of that?
It's a reminder that AI, for all its power, still has limitations. It's great at following instructions, but it might struggle with more abstract or subjective requests. The human element, that creative spark, is still essential.
So it's not about replacing human developers, it's about augmenting their abilities, at least for now.
Exactly. It's about collaboration, not replacement.
Speaking of limitations, let's talk about the hardware side of things. It looks like we're starting to see more efficient AI models. What's driving that?
It's partly driven by necessity. The demand for GPUs has been skyrocketing, and they're not cheap or energy efficient. So there's a push to develop models that can achieve comparable performance with fewer GPUs.
Like those new models from Google and Cohere.
Yeah, Gemma and Command A, they're showing that you can get impressive results without needing the absolute top-of-the-line hardware.
So does this mean the GPU bubble is about to burst?
I wouldn't go that far. The demand for powerful computing is still huge, and it's only going to grow as AI models get more complex. But it does suggest that we might see a diversification of hardware needs.
Interesting. And we also saw that Google is integrating its Gemini AI with robotics. What are the implications of that?
It's about bringing AI into the physical world. Imagine robots that can understand complex instructions, adapt to new environments, learn new tasks. It could revolutionize industries like manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, even our homes.
Robots that can actually think and act for themselves.
In a way, yes. It's a pretty exciting prospect. All right, let's take a step back and look at how all these AI advancements are impacting different industries. Starting with something that affects us all. Supply chains. What's happening there is a convergence of technologies. You've got robotics and drones automating warehouses and logistics. You've got AI-driven analytics optimizing routes and predicting demand. It's making supply chains more efficient, accurate, and resilient.
So it's not just one AI application, it's a whole system working together.
Right. And the potential benefits are huge. Lower costs, faster deliveries, better inventory management. But it also raises concerns about job displacement. We need to be thinking about how to support workers who are affected by this automation.
That's a crucial point. It's not all sunshine and roses. In healthcare, it looks like lawmakers are starting to pay more attention to the implications of AI.
Yes, and for good reason. There are concerns about patient safety, data privacy, the accuracy of AI-driven diagnostic tools, and the potential for biases in algorithms. It's important to ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly in such a sensitive field.
It seems like regulators are trying to strike a balance between fostering innovation and protecting patients.
They are. It's a delicate balance. But we're seeing a clear push for more transparency, accountability, and robust data protection measures.
On a more positive note, it looks like AI is having a big impact on drug discovery.
It is. AI is allowing researchers to screen vast libraries of chemical compounds, predict their interactions with biological targets, and even design new drug molecules. It's speeding up the drug development process dramatically.
So we could see new and more effective treatments for diseases being developed much faster. That's amazing.
It is. AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare in so many ways.
What about the energy sector? Is AI making a difference there?
It is, especially in oil and gas. AI is being used to optimize drilling operations, predict equipment failures, and improve resource management. It's leading to cost savings and increased production efficiency.
Interesting. So even industries that might seem resistant to change are embracing AI.
They are. The potential benefits are too great to ignore. Now, this one might surprise you, but the AI boom is actually having a significant impact on the real estate market.
How so?
All those massive data centers that power AI models, they need land and a lot of it. And that's driving up demand for real estate in certain areas.
So the physical infrastructure of AI is shaping the physical landscape.
Exactly. And it's not just about land prices. There are also concerns about the strain on existing infrastructure, like the power grid. These data centers use a lot of energy.
It's a reminder that the digital world has very real impacts on the physical world.
Absolutely.
Even the gaming world is getting an AI makeover. Microsoft's new Xbox Copilot sounds pretty cool.
It does. It's basically an AI-powered gaming coach that gives you real-time analysis and personalized tips to improve your game.
It's like having a virtual mentor right there with you.
Yeah. It could really help new players get up to speed faster, and it could even help experienced gamers refine their strategies.
Sounds like it could also spark some debate about fair play.
Oh, for sure. Where's the line between helpful assistance and just letting the AI play for you? It's a question that's going to come up more and more as AI becomes integrated into gaming.
It's an interesting ethical question. And speaking of ethics, we saw that China is cracking down on AI-driven misinformation in the stock market. That seems like a sign of things to come.
It is. As AI gets better at generating realistic content, it's going to become harder to distinguish between what's real and what's fake. And that's a huge concern, especially in areas like finance, where trust is paramount.
It's a challenge for regulators all over the world. How do you combat AI-generated misinformation without stifling innovation?
It's a tough question, but it's one we need to be asking. On a more business-focused note, it looks like Foxconn is betting big on AI.
They are. They're expecting strong growth driven by the demand for AI servers.
Which makes sense. All those AI models need to run on something, and Foxconn is one of the leading manufacturers of servers. Their optimistic forecast is another indication of just how big the AI market is going to be.
It's all connected. And finally, it looks like Google's Gemini AI is taking personalization to the next level. It can now tailor search results based on your past searches.
Yeah, that's both exciting and a little concerning. On one hand, it could make search more efficient and relevant, but on the other hand, it raises privacy issues. How is this data being used? How long is it being stored? And could it lead to filter bubbles where we only see information that reinforces our existing biases?
It's a trade-off.
Yeah.
And it's one that we as users need to be aware of.
Absolutely. We need to be informed and make conscious choices about how much data we're willing to share in exchange for convenience or personalization.
You know, we love bringing you these deep dives into the world of AI, and we want to keep doing it. If you're finding value in what we do, please consider donating to support the podcast and keep it free for everyone. You can find donation links in the show notes. We really appreciate your support.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the intense competition driving AI development to the very real ways AI is impacting various industries and our daily lives. It's clear that AI is no longer just a futuristic concept. It's a force that's shaping our world right now. The speed of innovation is incredible, and staying informed about these developments is crucial for understanding the future that's rapidly unfolding.
As we see AI move beyond theory and into practice, from coding assistants to gaming coaches, from optimizing supply chains to accelerating drug discovery, the implications for all of us are becoming increasingly significant. We encourage you to think about how these advancements might impact your own field or areas of interest, what new opportunities might emerge, what challenges might we need to address. These are questions worth pondering.
And finally, if you have a business or service that you'd like to share with a highly engaged audience of professionals who are passionate about technology and innovation, consider advertising here on our deep dives. You'll reach thousands of listeners who are actively seeking to stay informed and ahead of the curve. Contact us to learn more about how you can spread the word. Thanks again for joining us today.
Until next time.
Take care.
Bye for now.
See ya.